Southeastern came in on a mission. I told the guys that we played them in the past, and the 27-win team trailed by 10 early in the first half, and they did it again. They came out with great energy. We turned the ball over, didn't convert against their pressure, and dug ourselves a hole early. Don't even know what the deficit was, maybe 14 or so, but we finally slowed down and converted a little bit, made some shots. I thought our free throws kept us in the game in the first half. Kobe got us off to a good start there at the free throw line, and we had some energy and were able to get the lead going into halftime, which was important. And didn't take care of the basketball in the first half. We turned it over too many times. We had worked on that and trying to convert, so that was disappointing. And I told the guys at halftime that we needed 5 or less turnovers in the second half, and we have 4. And when I went back in the locker room after the game, it's the first thing I mentioned. And Ragin said, "Coach, you said less than 5." So I was certainly pleased with that. We shared the basketball. We tried to dribble through people in the first half and played selfish. The second half, we shared the ball. And Kobe has 7 assists. Dew has 5. Jalen has 2. So that's a 14 right there from your 3 inside starters. So glad to get the win. And I thought we improved the second half, and we'll march on to Tempe on Saturday for that game.
After the slow start, I mean, how important was it to just continue to stay aggressive because you got them in foul trouble pretty early in the first half?
That was the plan for sure. We want to keep driving and get to the free throw line, and they're a very physical team. They pushed and held a little bit and bumped us around, and because of that, we were able to get to the free throw line, and we certainly converted.
You mentioned on Monday about Jalen and some of his struggles on the road. For him to come out and have a game like this in his first game back at home, what does that say about him and his performance today?
He did a good job. He certainly shot the ball well, played good on the offensive end, played pretty good on the defensive end. One time he jogged back in transition and took a seat with me real quick. So he's got to play when he's on the floor. He's got to run. He's not the fastest guy on our team, so he needs to make sure he stays engaged and gets on the other end. But he had a really good game for us. Just really proud of his rebounding.
The first 5 or 6 minutes or so, was it more of them just being really hot, or y'all just you're not being pleased with y'all?
Both. We made an adjustment, Kevin, during one of the timeouts in the middle of the first half, and it definitely helped. We were trying to take something away, and we tried to switch that, and we had success with it in the first half, knowing they'd come out and counter it the second half, so we switched again. But all that played to our advantage, but they just came out and popped us. They made some shots early. I took an early timeout, tried to get our guys' attention. They had a couple of fortunate plays, and their bench got into it, good energy. And that's what you need on the road. So give those guys credit. And even in the second half, I mean, they got Brewer's a heck of a player. He hadn't made a 3 all year. He jumps up and makes one. You saw a couple of tough 2s he made. He's a really good player. And I thought Julian sitting in the first half with 2 fouls was big. And we were able to get back and get the lead with him out.
This is the first time we got to see Tyrus and then interview him just now. I don't know if I've seen a player with his kind of personality and game. He seemed like a unique individual.
I just spoke on the radio with Jay, and he talked about Tyrus, I guess, 11 points maybe in 11 minutes today, and that's what we're going to get with him. But I told you guys earlier, I was glad our fans were able to see him, that he's our best interior defender. He's long, he rebounds, he plays hard, plays strong, and he definitely helped us tonight. PJ helped too. He came in and made some shots. We had some punch off the bench, and I thought Malik didn't play great, but played good and made a really great athletic tip-in with one hand from about 8 feet away from the basket in the second half.
What about y'all never seem rattled at all down 14? I mean, does that go back to the chemistry, or is that just there's good leadership on the floor for this team, even though y'all have a lot of new kind of pieces?
Well, I'm glad you didn't think that we were rattled, because we were a little bit. But we certainly tried to stay poised. I think we have good leadership. Our captains do a good job. 40 minutes is a long time, and it's really about how you're playing, your timeouts. It's not, we don't focus on the score. How are we playing, both offensively and defensively? And we know, and taking care of the ball. If we just get 7 or 8 more shots, we have a chance to extend the lead in the first half by a couple of possessions.
You mentioned in one of the games on the road trip that you guys got some turnover issues. I forget which game it was. Tonight, also in the first half, is it just simply you guys trying to dribble too much, or what?
Well, we make poor decisions, and we've worked on that all week. And we've got guys that want to dribble with an open three-point shooter in the corner through three people, and they're not good enough to do that. So we need to make the simple play, and we focused on it. Again, 19 turnovers today from a team that presses you 40 minutes. It's not all bad, the way they were physical. And then we scored on them and converted for the most part too. But we had 7 against Irvine. They pressed a little bit. But overall, our team's taking pretty good care of the basketball.
Are you worried about Dude kind of being able to, like he made a basket early and then obviously he sat for a while, just getting consistently in the flow of the offense, or is that just something that over time may happen?
Well, he does a great job in practice. I'd love for our fans to see him when one of his breakouts, and he will. They'll get to see on one night. But he's better than he's been playing. He struggled offensively tonight, and then he got in foul trouble. He got 2 fouls, and we sat him for a while. But I was proud of him. He came back to the second half and did a nice job and scored a couple of buckets. As I said, had 5 assists and did a nice job. He helped us defensively. We think he's one of the best perimeter defenders in our league, and he needs to show that. And I challenge him tonight on it.